Greetings everyone, it is February 9th, 2014, and once again it's time for another episode of Batt's Picks, the series where I look at some of the games that have occurred throughout this week and I bring the more interesting ones to your attention. First game I'm bringing to you is from a professional 9-dan, Hanseung versus Park Junsuck, a professional 2-dan. And though you may look at this board, and you might say to yourself, this seems like a really straightforward game. I can see that everyone is settling nicely here. Probably going to be a bit more of an endgamey kind of thing to review if I was to go and focus on this myself. Well, if you were thinking this is that kind of a game, you would in fact be completely wrong. This is actually one of the more bloodier games that I'm going to be bringing you today. It's interesting in that, as you say, you would look at this lovely little board over here, and you would think that things are pretty well stabilized. It wouldn't get into a really large battle, but it does. It does actually bring it to you a large battle. And I find that to be rather interesting, and I hope you do as well. As you can no doubt see from their names, Game 2 is between two Japanese players. We have Yanagisawa Satoshi, which could be the longest name I have ever seen on a player before, versus Tamai Shin. And now this is a relatively low caliber, or not low caliber, but a low-level professional game. This is between a professional 4-dan and a professional 3-dan. However, what's interesting about this is, as you can see clearly here, there's a lot of influence on this board, isn't there? It looks like both players are playing in a way that can easily be obtaining influence for themselves. So who's going to get more? Is it going to be white, who seems to pick up a little bit more cash maybe? Or is it going to be black, who has got a ridiculous amount of influence building up for themselves? I don't know. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? If you want to see an influence game, then you'll probably be happier to see this Japanese game where we see influence pitted against influence, and you can see who triumphs in the end. Pretty close game. Take a look at it. Our next game here is from the Japanese female Honinbo prelims, between a professional 1-dan, who it takes white, against professional 6-dan as black. And once again, maybe doesn't look like it right away, but this is going to be another pretty violent game. However, that's not why I picked it. That's not why I picked it. One of the reasons why I picked it, you can actually see in the upper right-hand corner immediately, there's a very odd shape there. Do you know how white developed that shape? If you don't, might want to check this game out. Because this game is a bit about shape, how having good shape can help you in your battles, and how that shape also comes along later on after, the battle's pretty much... Well, the game's not over, so the battle's not technically over, but, the initial conflict is resolved. How that shape keeps it helping you out throughout the game. So I think that's really, really cool. And does end spectacularly as someone, not going to say who, but as someone gets killed on a lovely scale. Kill or be killed, only one person can win. So if you're looking for a game where you can make pretty good shape, where you can see weak groups attacked, and it all ends with a bang, this is probably going to be the game for you. Check it out. And our final game is for those of you who may have noticed that there is no Go Shorties coming out this week. Instead, we are doing this. We are doing one of my pick series. But that's not to say we're not going to be looking at something that's from the past. Take this game, for example. Changho could be from any time. It's been around for quite a while. But this game is from 1996. Some of you were not born yet in 1996. The fact that that's true pains me a lot. But I got over that. Here's the game from 1996 with Changho. And what's interesting about this one is that this is from one of his very first 9-dan games, when it was becoming really, really apparent that there was one giant in the Go world, and his name was Changho. What you have to remember about this is his old style was fairly famous. He was told he would never be able to spot that one really special move in a Go game. And because he could never find that one special move, he would never be a good professional Go player. So he adopted a different style. His style was that he would commonly let you get away with everything that you wanted to get away with, and you would still lose the frickin' game. This might not be the best representation of that particular style. But in this, you will be able to see him kind of giving his opponent what he wants, and still coming out on top. Yes, spoilers, he won when he was at the height of his game. I know, I've just ruined it for everyone. But if anyone's interested in that, do check out this game between these two 9-dans back from the past. You'll find it very, very different than what we've usually been playing today, and probably inspiring another one of my shorties. Maybe, just maybe. So that's it, short and sweet. Those are my picks for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed them, whether you've been watching out for influence games, more balanced games, fighty games, older games, whatever. There's been nothing for a little bit of every one of you in this video today. I'll probably be back next week with either one of these or one of my shorties, depending upon which I feel like doing. So look out for that. I hope you enjoyed this, and as always, I hope you guys keep studying Go, keep playing Go, and as a special shout out, I would like to say thank you to the kind people at goforgo.net who was able to help me work through the problems I was having with their site and bringing forth to you a shorty or a pick for this week and for future weeks. So thanks to them, and thanks for you for watching this video. Take care, everyone.